What if I told you one of America's most famous alien encounters didn't happen in the desert? It happened in the hills of West Virginia. And the witnesses weren't trained investigators. They were ordinary people who went looking for what they thought was a falling meteor. It's September 12, 1952. It was just after dark in the quiet town of Flatwoods, West Virginia, when several boys spotted a blazing object streak across the evening sky before disappearing over a nearby hillside. Convinced they'd just witnessed a plane crash or a meteor impact, they did what most curious people would do. They went looking for it. The boys gathered a few adults, including local National Guardsman Gene Lemon, and together they climbed towards the spot where they believed the object had landed. At first, everything seemed normal. Then the forest changed. A heavy mist settled around them. The air suddenly smelled like burning metal and sulfur. And Gene Lemon's flashlight caught something reflecting in the darkness. 2 glowing eyes. As the beam moved upward, the group froze. Standing roughly 10 feet tall was a creature unlike anything they had ever seen. Witnesses described a body that appeared metallic green or black, a bright red face, large glowing orange eyes, long claw-like hands, and behind its head what looked like a giant spade-shaped hood. Even stranger, they claimed the creature didn't walk. It floated. Gene Lemon later said the creature let out a hissing sound before gliding towards the group. Everyone turned and ran. I would do the same. Some of the witnesses later reported nausea, vomiting, and burning eyes, claiming they became sick shortly after the encounter. The next morning, investigators searched the hillside, and they found no spaceship, no alien, no obvious crash site, only flattened grass and an oily residue that some claimed marked where something unusual had landed. So what really happened? Skeptics point to one explanation: that fiery object in the sky, most likely a meteor, which was reported across several states that evening. The terrifying creature? You're going to die laughing. Some investigators believe it may have been nothing more than a startled barn owl perched in a tree. Its glowing eyes reflected the flashlight, while shadows, fear, and adrenaline transformed an ordinary bird into something extraordinary. Yeah, but there's one problem. Multiple witnesses, all telling nearly the same story. The descriptions remained remarkably consistent for decades. None of them ever backed away from what they claimed they saw that night. And that's exactly why the Flatwoods Monster continues to fascinate researchers, cryptid hunters, and UFO enthusiasts more than 70 years later. Today, Flatwoods has embraced its most famous mystery. The town is home to the Flatwood Monsters Museum, where visitors can see eyewitness accounts, newspaper clippings, artwork, and artifacts connected to the legend. Every year, the community also celebrates the encounter with the Flatwood Monsters Day Festival, drawing travelers from across the country. Whether you believe it was an extraterrestrial visitor, a case of mistaken identity, or something we'll never fully understand, the mystery still lives on in the hills of West Virginia. If you're the kind of person who plans road trips around strange history, cryptid legends, and unforgettable small towns, Flatwoods deserves a spot on your map. Walk the streets, visit the museum, talk to the locals, and decide for yourself. What do you think those witnesses saw that September night? Until next time, lore keepers, stay curious, because every town has a story, and some are still being whispered.